In the metals quadrant, copper jumped, largest single day percentage move higher since January 24th. Copper has now risen two of the last four sessions, and since the February 9th lows, is up almost 3%. On a weekly basis, copper is still solidly positive, up over 2%, working on its first up week in the last three and third in the last five. Still, though, on a weekly basis, we've had lower highs and lower lows going all the way back to November 27th. So there needs to be a more sustained rally if copper is going to change its current course. It took a shot at it today, going straight up. The low 3.70 was the low. That was also yesterday's settlement, so no change from the low to the settlement. And then the high was 3.7615. That was up 1.66%. We ended up finishing up 1.5% closer to the highs than to the lows, obviously. Data that we got today in the US was retail sales, and it was weak, falling to its lowest level in almost 1 year. And that potentially kept rate cuts in play, which could have been part of the tailwind we got for copper. Headline month over month on retail sales down 0.8%, ex autos down 0.6%, ex gas and autos down 0.5%. Now, some data came in stronger, like Philly Fed and industrial production, but they were just mild beats. And even jobless claims was better, but that's weekly data, and it's not much of a surprise since jobless claims have been holding in well below recessionary levels for quite some time now. The market definitely focused today on the weak retail sales as we saw risk assets, including copper, rally, and it's likely because it kept alive the idea we might get some rate cuts. Now, Treasury yields held that view sort of as well. The reason I say sort of is yields dropped today, mostly on the long end of the curve. The 2-year was unchanged, but the 5-year was down 4, the 10-year down 3, and the 30-year down 3. And in those three durations, were close to the level we were a couple of sessions ago, just prior to the big jump in yields that we got after CPI. So keep an eye on that. All of that influences the dollar, weakening it, which of course influences the price of copper as it did today.